Hello everyone, welcome back to Zero Tolerance TV. I'm ZT. Continuing on with these group stages here. This is gonna be Pusan versus JJU, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean I looked before and I think that's what it is. Still missing our on-camera Korean friends. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, it is Pusan versus JJU. So, this is maybe my favorite matchup to watch. It's this or Zerg vs Terran, but being a Protoss player, I kind of prefer the Protoss matchup. But both are awesome. I really have no problem watching any Zerg matchup other than the Mirror, which is probably the worst possible matchup. So, kind of funny how probably the best two matchups are both the Zerg matchups, and then the absolute worst is two Zergs. But anyway. So, Pusan's up here in the top, and looks like JJU is on the left side. What map is this? I forget, and I don't know. Have we even played on this map before? Huh. I'm not sure. Oh, this might be Deep Purple. I think this is Deep Purple, actually. Had one game on Deep Purple. Great band, just saying. Oh no, okay. I thought this was a proxy. I think that's just the natural. No, this is not Deep Purple. Deep Purple is like an 8-player map. It's a weird one. I don't know where we are. Yeah, I'm not sure. What I do know is this looks like a hell of a natural to wall off with a Forge expand. So we'll see what Pusan has planned here. Can't say I know who this is, but yep, probably a player, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so the pylon does wall with minerals. I don't think that's a wall with forge and pylon though. I know a forge with a gateway above it is a link type wall, but I'm not sure about with a pylon. Not usually something that I would do in my walling. That said, I often have holes in my walls, so yeah, it's a problem. Looks like a pretty safe build here though from Pusan. Cannon before Nexus. And yeah, that was actually build a cannon and then scout. So bit of a late scout. Wait, what? No, he scouted. Did he miss? I think actually. I don't know what this was. Was it like an attempted cannon rush or something? I think what happened is Pusan actually scouted the left main, didn't see anything because he didn't go far enough in, and then he went home and thought that, and he thought, yeah, okay, well now he's seen a bunch of lings. The cannon is up though, so he's not going to die to these lings. It's very unlikely. Hatchery started here at the natural, and 2 more cannons started. Wow, this is very defensive. Actually, one of those was started quite a little while ago, so there's like no way Zerglings get in on this. No way you run past that, yeah. Maybe you can get like 1 ling in, but it's never worth it. And actually, JJU just loses 3 lings for free. Pusan did make and then cancel a cannon though, so that's a little bit of minerals lost for him. I believe that, what? He lost like 37 minerals or something. Oh, this is that map with back doors to the mains. Saw I think a PVT on this map. I can't remember the name of it though. Not sure about that wall. Luckily he's not getting like speedling all in. Or, well, actually, that could be. I don't think so. Looks like this drone is going off here to take an expansion somewhere. But I'm assuming that JJU just hasn't started mining the gas from that extractor yet, and not that he's pulled drones off it already. If he has, then this is speed incoming. We'll have to see. There's the 3rd expansion. Definitely could just be like speed into, you know, a macro game. Nothing wrong with that. Speed makes you very safe. But I'm not sure. I'd like to get a look at JJU's main again to see if he is back on gas. If not, Maybe it is actually a 3-hatch Speedling All-In, but we'll see. We will see. It's like the Nexus is finished in the natural here, as Pusan does the Maynarding. And yeah, he did actually go up to 3 cannons, so if it is a Speedling attack, it's probably not going to work very well. 3 cannons will kill Zerglings really fast. Scouting on the gas timing there. Kind of the only relevant thing you're going to see with an Overlord at this time, but seeing that is useful. Poor drone. Actually got killed by some... poor probe. Got killed by a drone pull there. Excuse me. I made a really noob caster play, and I didn't grab a glass of water before I started. All I have is a little bit of coffee left. If you don't know, that's really not a good idea, because coffee's not even that good for your throat, to be honest. You gotta get water. So, whoops. Luckily it's not live, so I can just get some after. Keep going. Alright, JJU's taking out this destructible material. There is another one that he's going to have to go through to get into Pusan's base. And a actually pretty nice scout here. Gets the exact Stargate timing. So knows exactly when to expect those. It is a little bit late. Pusan did build, like I said, 3 cannons and canceled one. And that kind of delays everything. Those early minerals, using them on that just delays when you can start getting gas, which delays your Stargate. Lots of Zealots here, wow. I was going to say he's probably about to move out with them, and didn't even give me the chance because he started moving out with them immediately. 1 Ling dead. Quick little skirmish there. We'll see. JJU will need some more Lings to hold this. The Zealots will probably beat that, but now with some more Lings popping, we'll see. It looks like Pusan just wants to get into the main, and he's already cut through all these Zerglings. Looks like these 3 Zealots are going to be able to run in, and this is going to get a little annoying for him. Having to pull drones, JJU is. And yeah, going to need even more Zerglings. So these Zealots definitely did their job trading with Lings, and now probably going to get a drone or 2 as well. So far, nothing. Maybe not. Some really nice micro, actually, from JJU, saving all those drones. But a good scout for Pusan, and also forcing some Lings. Not bad. Kind of the Zealot's job. First Corsair is out, looking for an Overlord to kill, probably. And after scouting a Hydra Den, probably not that worried about a quick Scourge. So, looks like these Corsairs might actually be able to pick off some Overlords. Obviously, you will never die to something like that. Pure Corsair, but losing those Overlords is pretty annoying. And also, what they're great for is scouting. It's like this Corsair is trying to kill an Overlord, but yeah, there is a Hydra stopping him. Still bruising that. Softening up for next time. Looks like, okay, there we go. JJU is starting on that first piece of destructible terrain. Looks like a Protoss Temple. Kind of rude, really, to just destroy that, you know? Don't they care about preserving the Protoss culture? Come on, what the hell? Makes me think of a long time ago in Greece. The tablets were basically just being smashed to burn for heat. And I just thought that's such a waste. But I guess they didn't give a shit. They were cold and they needed to have fuel, so that's what it is. Kind of sad to think about, though. That's the kind of stuff that kind of just increases in value the longer it exists, really. And you'd think would belong in a museum, but well, the world's complicated, isn't it? This Corsair is doing a little scout-a-roo. Might actually kill an Overlord in the base there. This is why Zerg usually... Oh wow, that's cheeky. That's just in range. This is why Zergs usually will get a Spire even if they are going into a Hydra build. Just for a couple Scourge, and then also... Wow, actually catching this Lurker almost. It does get away, so pretty close there for JJU. If he'd lost that lurker, it would have been really bad for him, actually. That would have just been a free lurker dead. Looks like... Okay, no. I didn't think this was a great attack, and neither did Pusan. Yeah, really lucky for JJU that lurker didn't die. It was very close, and that would have just been a free lurker for nothing. Like most gas units, the first one is kind of the one you really can't lose. Once you've got a few, not a big deal if you lose one, but that first lurker, it's a lot of investment to get basically nothing out of it. But did end up saving it, so that's good. Looks like Pusan is looking around for some to attack. I think he probably hasn't scouted these bottom right bases quite yet. Maybe an observer has run over there. Seems a bit of a skirmish in the middle of the map. Oh, nice pickoff on the observer there by those Hydras. Always so annoying to lose your observers. And here it is. Corsair does scout that base, so I have to think that Pusan is going to make a pretty big deal out of killing it. It's 4 base to 2 right now. 3 lurkers there and a couple sunks, so it's going to be pretty tough to attack that base. Let's see what Pusan decides to do. It's certainly playable from Pusan's position to just, you know, get your 8 gates, go expand, play a sort of normal game. You don't have to kill that on 2 base. If you can secure a 3rd, you can definitely play a later game, but I would think that you want to start pressuring that area. Another skirmish in the middle of the map here, but looks like JJU is not really that interested in it. Quite a few lurkers. It's definitely JJU's plan here. I should have checked, but honestly I'm just not going to, so I shouldn't even say that. But I didn't look at how that's supposed to be pronounced. I thought about it and then I didn't. So that's where we're at. If it's not JJU, then I don't know, man. I would suggest that he find a different tag. Although he's probably not even active anymore. Here we go, a pretty big engagement. One storm, pretty nice on those lurkers. Really just shredding them. Zealots took a pretty good fight against the Lings as well. JJU is in full unit production mode right now and actually might just die. There's a lot of Protoss running up to his natural right now. Starting the engagement. Oh no, burger lurkers. Oh wow, not even shooting. Ends up pulling them back a little bit, but the sunks are dying right now. Looks like these zealots are almost spent here. A nice storm kills off 2 lurkers though. And, oh man, this looks tough. Although these Lings are going to maybe get us around on the Dragoons, and this is not exactly a great fight for Pusan anymore. He definitely needs to run out of here. Don't want to be fighting pure Ling with your Dragoons. You need that Zealot wall to keep them safe. And honestly, Dragoons don't actually do the same level of DPS as a Zealot. I do like the forward position, though. I don't think he should be running home necessarily, but okay. This is actually okay for Pusan. He is sort of fighting Goon versus Ling here, but in small enough numbers, it seems to be okay. Really, he does need some more Zealots here with this army as more Lings come in. A couple Zealots rallied up, and actually some more Goons as well. Hopefully you can't hear the vacuum in the background. My apologies. That High Templar is a little far forward, but actually it looks like it might even get away anyway. Okay, and Pusan is pulling back. I think he maybe wants to attack at the 3rd or something. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. That Zealot just had a death wish, I suppose. Although I think that, like the Zealot death animation, I think it's them being, like, warped out. I don't know how it works, man. I don't think the Zealots actually die, though. They, like, get warped out and then put in a Dragoon. It's fucking weird. Protoss. Oh man, so more gas here finishing up now for JJU, so he's going to have a pretty great economy here. Okay, and, this is an interesting place for a 3rd. Protoss usually just expands towards their Zerg, since you're going to be out on the map anyway. It's kind of easier to defend an expansion that's closer to their base than farther away, since you kind of want your army to be at their base, but that top right expansion is kind of off in the middle of nowhere. you know, sometimes that works out, sometimes they just don't scout it or whatever. Or they don't have time for a counterattack or something, but it does leave it a little more vulnerable to that. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure what base he would take if he were trying to expand towards his opponent. It doesn't look that there's a bunch of good options, so maybe that is the best base. We are attacking at the third now, and this looks like a pretty decent engagement for Pusan. Lots of zealots here to fight these Lings and Sunks with goons behind. A couple lurkers have rallied up. That goon's getting surrounded, but a lot of the static has been broken here. Haven't seen a storm yet, so I have to think there's a couple. Okay, there we go. One storm from the Templar. It does get... No, it doesn't die. Actually, I lied. There's the second storm, but just enough Zerg here to push all this back. Yeah, Pusan really... You gotta attack as a big clump with a bunch of units that sort of work together well against Zerg. If you're just in small enough numbers and Lings can kill you, it doesn't feel good. I'd love to see Pusan be a little more active with those coursers too. Could probably be picking off overlords or something. Doesn't look like he built very many. I think maybe like 2 coursers, but can still at least scout around with them. Haven't seen that one move for a while. Pretty good storm there, looks like. Got a lot of stuff. Just Lings. These zealots caught the Lings trying to kill that wall. Kind of funny. We're running into the third. Cannon's here to protect it, though. First one does die, but 2 more will be able to finish off those Lings. It is scouted now, so you gotta watch out for that area. Oh no, your Templar. Oh, 2 Templar picked off by Lings there. Pretty painful. Pusan really needs to get that, like, core army. He's been losing a lot of Dragoons, just what you really want to avoid. Losing Zealots, that's okay. Losing Goons is painful. And now Ultras are out. That is scary. Not something we really see in this matchup very much today. But Ultra's an Ultra, and once you get, what, 5 armor, they're tough to kill. It looks like he's going to get a pretty good surround here. Nice Storm. Does hit a lot of those units, but Ultras are thick. They just run through. They don't care about the armor, though. The Storms don't, so that's kind of a nice thing for him. It's like an Archon trying to morph there, but not quite finishing. Another good Storm, but still not enough to kill these Ultras off. Sort of a hot morph into the Archon there. A hot pickup, but different. Ooh. What does this drop for? What is it? It's probably Archons? More Ultras. I don't actually know what Protoss is supposed to build against Ultras. It's not really something you see that much anymore. Looks like it is a Storm drop. Use your Storm! Storm! Ooh, and a Dark Templar as well. 2 Zealots and 1 of each type of Templar. I didn't see the Storm, though. Yeah, it looks like JJU is going to be able to take out this base. The Ultras and Lings kill off the cannons, and now they're working on the probes, so Pusan's down to 2 base here. It is important, I mean, to say that JJU is still in just 4 bases. Oh, wow, Dark Templar coming in here, probably going to be able to kill off these Ultras pretty efficiently, unless they can run away. But yeah, the Ultras do start going down, so at least Pusan can clean that army up. Ultras are pretty damn expensive. So that was like 4 Ultras for a base and a bunch of probes. Sucks to lose the probes in the base, but like 4 Ultras? That's a lot. Good Storm on those Lings, killed off a lot of them, and this Archon will just massacre them. That Pusan does call GG. Yeah, I think really the problem he had there was just attacking with too small a force and staying for too long. That first engagement, that first big attack, I should say, at JJU's Natural, when he lost a ton of Dragoons to Ling rallies, kind of hurts. If he lost the Zealots and pulled his goons away, you know, 20 seconds earlier or whatever it was, and just kept them alive, it's a lot easier to win. You don't want to be losing those Dragoons, though. They're just too expensive. And so Pusan, on his 4-base economy, was able to take it down. But that's okay. It was a good game, nonetheless. Always fun to see Ultras. Anyway, if you enjoyed it, I'm glad, and I hope you turn in for the next one. Have a good one.